All right, let's compare climbing in Canada versus East Asia. I started climbing in Toronto, but I've also been to a few gyms in Montreal, other parts of Ontario, as well as my hometown of Calgary, of course. Currently, I've been climbing in Chengdu, China, but I've also climbed a bit in Thailand, Japan, as well as Taiwan. I do feel that most of the Asian gyms feel pretty similar to each other, but there's a noticeable difference when comparing to Canadian gyms. I've broken it down into two main sections. Firstly is the physical layout of the gym itself, and secondly, it's the style of climbing, which is largely influenced by the people who climb at that gym. So let me explain. Most Canadian gyms are larger, but more importantly, it's higher. So here's a video of me climbing at Basecamp Toronto, and I'm about 180 centimeters, so that's like 5'10", 5'11", and you can see that when compared to the wall is almost 4 times bigger than me. Now here's a video of me climbing in Taiwan, and it's clear to see that the wall is significantly smaller than the one in Toronto. With limited space, you have to be more creative. I'm a big fan of dynamic movements, and I've noticed that a lot of the dynos in Asian countries are horizontal, whereas back home they're more vertical. This also leads into longer routes since there's more space. Secondly, it's the style of climbing. Now this kind of goes hand in hand with the layout of the gym. The average height and wingspan in Asian countries are shorter than that of the West. So as a gym owner, you have to tailor your setting to your customers. I've always preferred climbing in Canada because I can use my height as a small advantage and the moves just feel more fitting to my body type. Whereas in China, there's more sit starts, which I struggle with. The moves also require more flexibility and overall just feels awkward with my body. Now, this is totally a skill issue on my part. I do find that difficulty in Asian countries are more from technique, flexibility, and balance, whereas back home, difficulty is a combination of big dynamic movements and technique. So if you're a little shorter, that big dyno move just adds on another layer of difficulty. Now, obviously, this doesn't apply to every single gym, just from what I've experienced. And there's a ton I haven't talked about, like grading scale, climbing culture, climbing communities. So let me know if you've experienced something similar and if there's anything else I should talk about in the future.